So good. This is kind of...
Sigma males are innovative and sometimes misunderstood men. Although
he hasn't forgotten, and she wants revenge? What the happened to the Sigma lady? Can you only be a Sigma woman if somebody has wronged you in the past? Have we ever gone over a Sigma male grind set video? The horoscopes for men? Have we ever done that? I just kind of want to see. I've never actually...
Sigma males are innovative and sometimes misunderstood men. Although they're commonly...
What's that meme? Can anyone find me that meme? It's like the gif of the guy rolling his eyes in exasperation, and the caption is, when my mom hears I haven't made any friends at school yet, and I have to explain to her what a Sigma male is, or something like that. You know what I mean? When my mom asks me why no one sits with me in the cafeteria, I'm like, oh, Mom, I'm not loneless.
Whose theories and ideas can change the world, they're also frequently described as arrogant, uncompromising, and even cold. But the truth is that Sigma males are generally very sensitive.
So wait, just to be clear, right? Just so we all know what's happening, okay? The term alpha male, oh, is this it? Oh, yes. Oh my God, it's so good. This is kind of like a truncated history, but like, the term alpha male was basically like people observed and misunderstood the behavior of wolves, and they thought, oh, some humans are like the pack leader wolf, where they're really strong and take charge and everyone likes them. And that's the alpha male. And the alpha male became a sort of euphemistic, colloquial term for a man who was confident, charismatic, and domineering. And they usually very attractive and strong, but not always, because sometimes guys were called alpha males just for being like super powerful and confident, you know? And the thing is that there are a bunch of guys online who really, really, really want to think highly of themselves because they have desperately low self-esteem and they're looking for anything to cling on to. But the problem with alpha males is that alpha males are by definition charismatic and social. So these guys thought, okay, well, I'm not charismatic or social, but I am as cool as an alpha male in every other way. So I'm actually a Sigma male. And then they made the Sigma male thing. And it's basically like, I want to latch on to the unearned entitlement of an alpha male, but even I'm not crazy enough to believe I'm capable of socializing with others. Is that like that's where we're at, right? It's like Giga Coke. It's like unimaginable Coke. It's so Coke. What are before we even get into this, what are the comments like? Hold on. Things Sigma males hate. Need to add, hate being told we know everything. I hate that. It's not my fault. I like to explore everything there is out there and learn more every day. That's what Sigma males hate. Being reminded of their divine omniscience. Yes, that's nothing gets a Sigma male's gears grinding harder than people pointing out the fact that they are brain gods. Very true. They hate seeking attention and who seeks rushy places, to be in lots of relationships which give no benefits, mentally, physically, emotionally, physically. Damn. Is being a Sigma male like being on the spectrum? Because rushy places, Jesus, it almost sounds like an offensive stereotype just written by Sigma men are the doers that most want to be, but don't want to put in the time and energy. Sigma men are the true leaders because they take care of the pack, but have no use for glory and accolades. See, that's why Stacy doesn't return his text. He leads the pack, but you know, he's like the Dark Knight. You know, like he leads from the shadows. So that's why he's sitting at home on a Friday night. And now that's a Sigma male channel profile pic if I ever saw one. A giant steampunk top hat and goggles and a black tie, black shirt ensemble. And it reminds me of me when I was in high school. This guy's like 30. Whoa! Zoom out, buddy. Thank you. Sigma males detest superficially and shallowness. Guys, our Sigma males allergic to, like, the English language? Every fucking comment I've read so far. That's usually why they dislike groups of small talk, and why they to engage in life's trivialities. Great video once again, wise thinker. We also hate mandatory but unnecessary meetings, as opposed to other people who love mandatory but unnecessary meetings. This is like a Sunday morning newspaper cartoon clipping framed on a refrigerator. What? Oh yeah, dude, that's the Sigma male. Hey, dude, total Sigma male energy. I hate it when I show up to the bus stop right as the last bus pulls away, and then I have to get a cab. Sigma male moment, you know? I hate it when I'm walking up the staircase, and I'm the first one there because I ran out of homeroom right after the bell rang because I wanted to be first, but then I trip on my untied shoelace and hit my face on the edge of the railing and break my nose. And the reason why nobody looked at me and tried to help me out or asked if I was okay is because as a Sigma male, nobody cares about me or knows who I am. I led the pack anonymously, like a sort of dark knight. Sigma moment. Sigma male at office job. Fuck the paperwork. As opposed to other people. Oh yeah, dude. Lambda males, alpha males, beta males, gamma males. They're like, dude, we love paperwork. Imagine that tower behind me is paperwork. That's them. If that was a tower of paperwork, that's how they respond to it, you know? What is that? As a Sigma male, you'd go, Sigma male moment. This has touched me to my core.
Loyal and open-minded. Known for their intellectual curiosity and the unique approach to life, the Sigma male easily spots the logical inconsistencies in any given argument or system. While there are many things that they can tolerate, even Sigma males have their limits.
15 things Sigma males absolutely despise. Number 15, when they forget to like and subscribe to the Sigma male channels they follow.
There are a lot of things, though, that Sigma male absolutely hates. Here are 15 things most Sigmas absolutely hate. 1. Constant social interaction. Sigma males need lots of time.
Can we just keep a running tally of how many of these Sigma male traits are on the autism diagnosis, like, sort of itinerary, you know? So that's one, okay? Okay, I'm autistic. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that I don't cope and pretend that my aversion to socializing and my dislike of triviality means that I'm some kind of secret shadow leader of human social hierarchies, okay?
To themselves. No matter how much they love hanging out with a particular person, if they find themselves unable to escape from said person to read a book or work on a project, they'll become exhausted and get more and more difficult to be around. To be clear, we're talking about constant social interaction with a good friend. Many Sigma males absolutely love to talk, but only about the subjects that they've explored and thought about very deeply, usually having a scientific, social, or psychological bent. Small talk is probably not going to happen. If it absolutely needs to happen, Sigma males will probably disappear as soon as they can.
That's right.
2.
What? We somehow have 3 traits of autism, and we're only on point number 2.
Rules and the status quo. Playing by the rules is not very important to Sigma males. Give them a list of rules and they may endlessly question you, bend the rules, and even break them if they see a better way. They are always innovating and tweaking. If they don't have the opportunity to do that, they'll be very, very unhappy, and you'll probably hear about it.
5. They adapt to their own routines, and they have a particular way of how they want to handle things, and they get agitated if they can't do it. That's 5. We're on 5 now.
3. Routine tasks.
Oh my god!
Obviously, routine tasks are not looking good for Sigma male.
Dude, can we just rebrand autism as Sigmaism? This is awesome. This is just like, we are just normalizing and celebrating a historically marginalized demographic. If you have a problem with this video, you're being problematic. Okay?
They are easily bored with process work and are not good at paper pushing. They might say go to the gym, but only after they've created the best, most research-backed, and efficient way of working out. Grocery.
7? Come on, dude, it's point for point.
Możesz nie dać coś jeszcze
Everything. Oh my god.
Clothing, cooking, anything routine will never be done the same way every day, if at all. Or they'll delegate these tasks. 4. Being forced to deal with lots of details.
Oh no.
Sigma males are intuitive, which means they're at their best when they're dealing with the big picture. Their minds are geared toward brainstorming new ideas, exploring possibilities, and innovating.
I don't think this is isn't one of the stereotypes that autistic people like focusing on the details? Like autistic people get hyper fixated on something and then they'll go down to the granular. Okay, so this to me, this is not this. Yeah, this is the opposite of autism. This is more fit and all encompassing Sigma male. Yeah, this is more ADHD males. What if Sigma males are just every neuroatypical condition? We're going to have all of it. We're going to have autism, ADHD, bipolar, borderline personality disorder. We're going to throw all of it. Where's the Sigma male trait, things they hate, number 7, when people don't respect your alters?
Outwardly, they may look like they're lost in an unending daydream, caught up in the dialogue inside their head.
Okay, this is literally just ADHD.
That dialogue is far more interesting than anything else happening in the real world.
Okay, wait, this could be
As
either.
a result, they tend to be easily bored by the mundane or routine. Many Sigmas struggle with completing day-to-day tasks like keeping their desk organized or remembering to take the car into the shop.
This is just ADHD.
It's not that they can't do these things. In fact, developing some sensing skills will go a long way to...
Okay, maybe Sigma male needs to have autism and ADHD. So it's like the intersection between those two. Yeah, okay.
Helping them realize their bigger dreams. It's just that these things don't hold their interest. In fact, Sigmas will hate any situation that forces them to focus on lots of little details, like a job or a class.
But unironically, though, this is how horoscopes work. The goal of listicles like this is that everyone's supposed to relate to them, because almost everybody is going to relate to this. You have trouble keeping up with keeping your desk clean. You don't like paperwork. Wow, it's like horoscopes, where anyone can read into it,
5. Not getting enough alone time.
We already did that, though.
Though often mistaken for extroverts, due to the deep interest in people, Sigma males are true introverts who need plenty of time alone. Without it, they will become stressed and exhausted. Every little thing will get on their nerves, and they'll lose their characteristically patient, understanding nature.
I'm sorry, wait, what are these white squiggly things next to the blood cells? I have never seen blood cells rendered next to tapeworms. Okay, but what are they actually? They can't actually be tapeworms. What are they actually? Sigma cells. Okay, these are the sigma fibers. I don't think that's blood. No, those are blood cells. They have a blood cell shape.
They may even become bitingly mean and critical. Ultimately, they may even hate the person they become under such stress.
Jesus.
6. Being pressured to talk about their feelings before they're ready.
Oh my god!
Because Sigmas view everything through the lens of logic, they may sometimes feel uncomfortable dealing with emotional matters. That includes dealing with other people's feelings, but especially their own.
First of all, by definition, nobody likes talking about their feelings before they're ready. That's by definition. They're not ready.
Private by nature, they tend to keep their emotions to themselves, sometimes hiding them from even those closest to them.
I like this stock video footage of this guy who just looks super fucking anxious in a public boulevard or something. I don't know, this guy's cracking me up a little bit. This guy looks like he's about to participate in a dead drop or someone's about to die, Him or someone else. Yeah, he looks like Ryan Gosling.
It's not that Sigmas are incapable of talking about emotional matters. It's that they likely need more time than others to process them, and they need to feel emotionally safe with someone before opening up in such a vulnerable way. When someone pressures a Sigma male to talk about personal or emotional matters before they're ready, they will hate it.
Yeah, because they're not ready, but that's the case with everyone. How is that new? That's not a new... Yeah, dude. Another trait of Sigma males is that they hate it when they eat too much food. It makes them full. Well,
7. Having to compromise their values.
oh my god.
Sigma males are idealists who see the world in a unique way. They understand that in some manner, everything is connected to everything else. Words, emotions, and actions have,
As opposed to other people who like having their values compromised on by one.
a ripple effect, impacting people across generations and geographical space.
Sigma males hate it when you kick them directly in the balls. It's uncomfortable or expected. There's nothing a Sigma male dislikes quite more than being unexpectedly kicked directly in the genitals. Sigma males in particular find this because Sigma males have very large cocks and balls. This is particularly painful for them.
As a result, they often have a strong sense of how things should be, especially as it relates to culture and society. If Sigmas are forced to compromise their strong moral values for a job or relationship, they will hate it. 8. Ignorance. Reading and education are incredibly important to Sigma males, but they aren't total monsters about it. If you haven't read a book that they have or don't know anything about a subject that they know a lot about, they'll understand. That said, if you throw your opinion around without reading the article, or frequently talk about how useless education is, you're probably not going to make a Sigma happy.
Yeah, dude. Sigma males distinguish themselves by not liking it when people openly disparage the subjects that they've taken time to research, as opposed to other people who delight in spending lengths of time researching a subject and then watching other people be wrong about it. Yeah, wow, we're all Sigma males on this fine day.
9. When people don't use their knowledge. Sigma males love to learn and are insatiably curious. But, surprisingly, they're not the type to learn and never do anything with that knowledge. These thinkers act as much as they learn, and what drives them crazy is running into someone who loves to think about ideas but never tries to put them into practice.
What do you think, how many people do you think masturbated while watching this video? Oh yeah, I'm just like that. I'm a big thinker, big brain guy. I thought the reason why people wouldn't talk to me and why nobody listened to me was because of my unlikable personality, but actually it's because I'm a Sigma.
Sigma males want to test out their theories in real life, instead of only playing around with ideas in their heads.
Wait, was it an earlier point that they tended to be big picture people who liked creating large, broad ideas? They didn't like it focusing on the details? Wait, hold on. These are mutually exclusive pretty much. Unless there's some incredible nuance to these points, you can't be a big picture idealist who hates details and a person who explicitly dislikes it when people don't put their ideas into action. These are like different types of people. Wait, I'm beginning to think this is all bullshit?
10. Dishonesty. People who routinely lie definitely bother a Sigma, but because this type is incredibly intuitive, what bothers them more is the person who is dishonest with themselves. It's true that Sigmas can sometimes...
Oh my god! These little fucking Dexters, these little wannabe Machiavellian sociopaths. They're out there. They're doing a class project with Becky, and Becky, they don't like Becky, not because Becky won't have sex with them and avoids their eye contact, but because she's lying to herself. The pretense that she lives is repulsive to me. So you look her in the eye, you look Becky in the eye, and you're like, Becky. She's like, what? What's up? And you're like, I don't like lying, but your lies are the worst. She's like, What? Are you okay? Do you need me to get you a fucking doctor? And you're like, you're lying. Your earrings are not. You should. You want a husband, not this crap. Do you, Becky? Do you? And then you run out of the room crying.
Be wrong about who a person really is, but they usually learn from experience to trust their intuitive hunches. Right or wrong, if a Sigma thinks you're in a bad career, relationship, or life trajectory, they'll probably tell you. 11. Evan, when people want to stay the same. Sigma males are constantly changing and growing, and they demand that others do the same.
I love the Sherlock data
techniques usually morphs over time into a tireless obsession with improving themselves and their relationships. Growth is a must, and Sigmas will be bored to death if they are forced to do the same things day in and day out. 12. Criticism. Words really matter to Sigma males. Positive, encouraging words calm them and lift their spirits. Negative, critical words can immediately bring them down and leave them ruminating for hours or days. Of course, they aren't perfect, so they are open to constructive feedback. However, how the feedback is presented really matters.
Dude, I can't do this. Oh my God, that's just like me. I have to piss and shit too. Oh my God, the Sigma males, poo when they eat. Oh my God, you drink water? Unironically, one of the points here, one of the things Sigma males absolutely hates was soda, and it's like, a real Sigma male only likes water. I would have loved that, because that would have been the only divisive point on this list. This video would have been half disliked, and everyone in the comment section would have been screaming about how this list is wrong because they're a Sigma male and they like soda. That would have been so funny.
Sigmas are really affected when someone criticizes them in a harsh, stinging, or accusing way. 13. People who take and rarely give. Sigma males enjoy pleasing others and making the people in their lives happy. In many situations, they'll put others' needs, especially the needs of the loved ones, ahead of their own. This is a respectable trait, but sadly, sometimes it gets taken advantage of. When people don't recognize that the Sigma frequently makes sacrifices for them, or they rarely make sacrifices in return.
This is such a fucking joke, dude. Oh my God. You know you're a Sigma male when you're the coolest kid in class and nobody recognizes it. And when nobody realizes that collecting Pokemon cards is a legitimate business strategy because their value will escalate over time, and how nobody understands that credentials in League of Legends are easily as impressive as what those loser junk football players understand. Because it involves a lot of hand-eye coordination, which, by the way, makes you very good at saying. When people don't recognize that, that's a Sigma male. That's a Sigma male mindset.
They may become resentful and frustrated. 14. Conflict. Arguments, tension, and drama are like poison to the sensitive Sigma. They may even feel physically ill when fighting with a loved one or when there is constant, underlying tension in a relationship. This doesn't mean that you can never disagree with a Sigma male. Approach them with respect and calm, and they will not hate the conversation that follows.
Sigma males are very jumpy. Sigma males are very sensitive. Please, when talking to a Sigma male, make noises at them. Make little noises. Yeah, make no sudden moves. And give them little pieces of bread to calm them. You know.
15. When life lacks meaning. Not many are as concerned with meaning as Sigma. For them, punching in and out of a 9-to-5 job just to earn a paycheck isn't enough. They crave using their natural skills and talents to solve complex problems and understand the world, all in the name of making it a little better for everyone. When Sigma's life lacks meaning, whether in their career or their personal lives, they will absolutely hate it.
I didn't realize that when Marx was talking about alienation from the means production, he was actually predicting the Sigma male mindset. Top 8 Sigma female personality traits. I didn't know women could be Sigmas. Is this part of a war? Are we And we're really breaking down the Sigma glass ceiling today.
You've probably heard of alpha female. You've probably heard of alpha female, but do you know about Sigma female? A Sigma woman.
Okay, I'll pay respect to horoscope types, okay? At least horoscopes aren't gendered. Well, since everyone here is a Sigma, turns out they're not so rare. True, H-Flow. Title the rarest type in the world. Everyone in the comments, that's me. Wait, why are all of the ones under the women's video pointing out the shallowness and superficiality of this content, but all the comments under the men's video were like, yeah, you know what else Sigmas hate? Sigmas hate having to take out the garbage because their wife did. Just realized I'm a Sigma female.
And is self-sufficient and does her own thing. She is like an introverted alpha, even though some of her close friends might be extroverts. Despite having close friends, a true Sigma is a loner. One of her personality traits is that she cares very much about self-improvement, and these girls make their own path in life.
Well, that's nice.
Are you a Sigma female too? Don't worry, it's not a bad thing.
Okay, face too close. You need to back the fuck up. We're in the stranger danger zone, okay? You need to back the fuck up by a couple of feet.
Thing you need to know about being a Sigma female. It's not that a Sigma female lacks social skills. She just prefers to be alone instead of in social circles, but that doesn't make her any less popular.
Is this going to be a repeat?
Someone who dances to the beat of their own drum has to be charismatic, and a Sigma female lives her own life in her own way. As I said before, she is like an introverted alpha, and I will tell you everything you need to know about a Sigma female versus an alpha female. Sigma female personality. You won't find a Sigma woman having many friends on social media or posting.
Wait, why is it Sigma woman instead of Sigma female?
Cut tutorials, if she even uses social media. Anything that starts with social isn't that interesting to her, and that includes social media. Don't forget that introversion is one of the most important personality traits of a Sigma female. They share some personality traits with the Sigma male since they both have a Sigma personality. A Sigma personality doesn't care about hierarchy but still stays on top, next to an alpha female. Much like an omega female, a Sigma personality doesn't care about conforming, yet nobody rejects them because of it. Much like an alpha female, a Sigma female has healthy confidence and self-esteem, but the difference is that being a leader isn't one of the characteristics of a Sigma female. These women don't care about being leaders, even...
Do these videos have any sources, or are they just completely open that all this is made up? What the fuck do you think? What did you think? What did you think? Did you think there was going to be a fucking WebMD article in the description? It's sad that they're assuming we know what the fucking omega female is. Yeah, I'm not getting into the lore on this one. You know who is a Sigma male? Unironically, Omni-Man, okay?
Even if they can easily do so, but they aren't followers either. The thing about him is that they actually do whatever they want while retaining respect from others.
Alright.
Some people don't like a Sigma female's non-conform. Let's see the top 8 traits of a Sigma female.
Let's do it!
1. She doesn't forget. She has got hurt in the past and refuses to forget it.
I love this. Okay? I love this. Right out the gate. So, Sigma male traits are like a bunch of characteristics associated with ADHD and autism. Sigma female traits are what bad writers ascribe to all their female leads. What is this going to be? She doesn't forget. She's been hurt in the past, and she wears it on her like a fragrance. Every time I look in her eyes, I see the look she gave me when she told me. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like you know the memes, like how male writers write women. This is all going to be like she's not like other girls' stuff.
All she really wants is revenge, and she will be prepared to wait for it as long as it takes.
Wait, what is this girl with the dragon tattoo? What? That's the top personality trait of a Sigma woman?
She wants revenge.
And she wants revenge? What the fuck happened to the Sigma lady? What? Revenge for what? Can you only be a Sigma woman if somebody has wronged you in the past? That wasn't a characteristic of the Sigma male. Like Sigma men are born, but Sigma women are made? How does this work?
The fact that she seeks revenge makes her feel good, and once she finally gets it, she has the best feeling in the world. This type of girl feels like she is on cloud 9 when she gets the sweet taste of victory. So
unironically, what clickbait is this? Who wrote this, and did they type it out with one hand? This is the first thing you're talking about with the Sigma female? Before anything else, it's like, the Bond girl backstory or something. What?
Is important to her, and she will not let those who have hurt her go unpunished.
What the fuck?
These girls live for the moment that they'll get their revenge.
What? So
2. She won't let...
Okay, that was really weird. They repeated the same thing like 6 times, and it doesn't make sense, but this has to be a sex thing. Okay.
Others bring her down. Nobody will want to disagree with this girl when she is mad. It feels like her looks really can kill when she is upset.
Oh my god, this really is how bad male writers write. Oh my god, that's what the theme of this video is going to be. Reading low to mid-tier, like, detective or sci-fi stories and having all the women be plot devices that exist exclusively to orient the... Is the 8th Sigma female personality trait going to be getting killed so that the male protagonist can have like a revenge like arc at the end that justifies the dark lengths they go to defeat their antagonist or something?
The thing is that she is very proud of her accomplishments and won't let others bring her down. She won't give them an opportunity to do so. All in all, this girl doesn't care much about what others think and is not ready to conform.
Okay.
She lives her life the way she wants, and she won't let anyone meddle in it.
Okay.
The opinions of others don't interest her because she knows best about what's good for her.
Okay.
3. She can be intimidating.
He really is just writing. He really is just writing a character. So notice how these are not like the male ones. The male traits were not like this. The male traits, in a practical sense, one of the male video was inclusive and this video was exclusive. The Sigma male video was about describing traits basically all humans have, especially lonely and socially malfunctioned men, in an effort to make them all feel like Sigma males. Whereas this one is written from the external perspective. He's looking at women from the outside in, and he's doing so to describe some sort of hypothetical woman, not with the intention of capturing people's interest or making everyone feel like they could be that woman, but describing a character. Does anyone understand what I'm talking about? I'm being a little bit, this is a little bit vague, but like this is very interesting to me, like psychologically, like the difference between these two videos, you know? You get it? You don't think I'm reaching? I feel like there's a difference in how these are being framed.
When you see this girl, you might be intimidated by her. Much like an alpha, she has a lot going for her, but you'll soon realize that she is okay as long as you don't try to hurt her. If you do her in...
Another quirk of linguistics. Notice the phrase, when you see this girl, you might be intimidated. That phrase was never ever used in the Sigma male video. It was always speaking to the hypothetical Sigma male, describing traits they might have. It was never like, if you saw the Sigma male, you might think they weren't listening to you. Unless I'm misremembering, I don't think it was phrased that way.
Any harm, you'll see that you were intimidated for a good reason. However, if you have a friend, you'll have a very good friend.
Now they did that sometimes. Okay, maybe they did. It feels like this is more written from the outside in, you know?
Did her. Some people don't like this type of girl, while others like her. And I did like to see how they approach her and what their intentions are. 4. She wants to be with an alpha or Sigma. When it comes to romantic relationships,
she wants to be with you,
dude. Look out for the best.
That's her trait. She wants to be with you.
She is very successful, and she will want him to have the same qualities, and that is why she will search for an alpha male or Sigma male to be her new partner. She will not be ready to settle for anyone who doesn't have those qualities. Still, it could happen that she chooses some guy who is nothing like alpha or Sigma, but
oh my god, they're gonna do the white bitches go with jokes with the nice guy like thing. It's literally the why do girls get with mean guys instead of nice guys? Why do girls go with low value omega males when they could be going out with the Sigma male like
she is settling. She simply does whatever she wants, and the same goes for her dating life. 5. She is a great friend. The best one of the Sigma female characteristics is that she is a great friend. She would do anything to make her friends happy. When they need her to be by their side, she will drop everything to be there for them. She is a true friend, and she cares more about quality than quantity when it comes to friends. You won't find a woman like this in the company of fakers, as she wants only true friends in her life since she is ready to be a true friend to them as well. If you have a friend who is a Sigma, you are lucky. 6. She can be in the spotlight. Don't think that just because she is an introvert that you won't get to see her in the spotlight.
Jeszcze wąch
When it
jasna,
comes to
to
social dynamics, if she likes the people she's with, she can be in the spotlight. Still, if she doesn't think that she is in the right company and doesn't like the people she's with, she will act as a true introvert.
This is almost preposterously vague. What? If she wants to, she will be social, but if she doesn't want to, she will not be social. Is that what we're at right now? This is almost comedically vague.
The thing is,
a Sigma female is exclusively the soft end of mommy BDSM. He's a kind mommy and will give you lots of aftercare. He will gently massage your shaft with the nose, but not step on your balls, thus giving indication to her kind, yet domineering sexual mannerisms.
Is to get a woman like this to be in the spotlight, you have to be good company, so if you two are good friends, you probably haven't even noticed that she is such an introvert. 7. She is mysterious.
This
All
is
Sigmas are
from the
mysterious,
outside in.
whether they're male or female. The truth is, they are really hard to read, so you can never be sure of what they are thinking about. If in addition, they act like the true introvert that they are, it makes it impossible for you to figure them out. Maybe you are used to reading people easily, but this person is going to surprise you and make it hard for you. The thing about Sigmas is that they don't just play hard to get, they really are hard to get.
Wait, hold on. Who's the Sigma in this interaction? The 16-year-old high schooler invited to a college dorm party, or the woman talking to him? Who in this situation is the Sigma?
8. She is independent. This type of girl is independent. She is perfectly fine with doing things on her own, and she doesn't get easily influenced by others.
Wasn't this the first point?
When she doesn't like the people she's surrounded by, she will choose to be alone and feel good about it. It's not a problem for her to be alone when she can't find the right man. After all, it's always better to be alone than to settle for something that's less than what you truly deserve. Sigma female versus alpha female. Alpha females seem to have it all. Their intelligence, beauty, and charm are breathtaking. Still, Sigmas are not much different.
Is beauty a prerequisite for being an alpha male? I wonder.
Both of them are fine with being on their own and won't settle for just anyone. Of course, there are a lot of guys chasing these girls, and this is because they are aware of...
Hold on! Is that really an appropriate stock footage clip to use? There are plenty of guys chasing this girl with a Dutch angle shot of like a guy walking down a dark alleyway or possibly a parking lot chasing after a woman in heels.
Of course, there are a lot of guys
behind her and speeds up. Is this well, okay. Are you fucking kidding me? His hands are gloved. He's wearing a glove, is he?
Chasing these.
Wait, is he? I thought.
Just anyone. Of course, there are a lot of guys chasing these girls, and this is because they're aware of their own.
I couldn't tell.
Worth and feel good in their own skin. While alpha females can be bossy, sarcastic, and progressive, Sigmas are the silent type.
Wait.
Skin. While alpha females can be bossy, sarcastic, and progressive.
Oh my god, I thought I had a stroke. Bossy, sarcastic, and progressive. When you're dealing with one of those bitches at the office, like one of those like one of those progressive type women. Oh my god. I do like the statement though that it is alpha to be progressive though.
Sigmas are the silent type. Both of these types are the kind of woman who thinks with her head.
As opposed
Sigma
to...
females don't care about what others think, and they will never conform. They are actually very emotional, but you can't really see that until you really get to know them.
Alright.
They both know what it means to get hurt and are determined to never again let anyone do that to them.
Okay, again, it's so weird that, like, in this personality quiz, we're adding, like, a traumatic backstory to this hypothetical woman.
Alphas are leaders who can get anything they want when it comes to business. Sigmas, however, don't care that much about leading, but if they want to achieve something, there is no other way than to succeed. These women aren't afraid to make the first move when they like a guy. Strong men.
And if there are any Sigma females who liked and enjoyed this video, please email me at sigma_horoscopes@gmail.com. Please, God, I'm begging you, I'll pay you.
And don't intimidate them, and they are never afraid to say what they think.
Okay, so all Sigma males have autism and ADHD, and Sigma females were invented by this guy to describe his preferred partner. Do I have that right? This video's bullshit, gotta be fake? No, I don't think so. It's really not that much out there from some of the sillier horoscope videos. You know, we can watch more of these in the future, but we need to stop. Okay. There's nothing a Sigma male dislikes quite more than being unexpectedly kicked directly in the genitals.
Já arranjei uma forma de vender. Stand virtual. Conhece. Amigos, negócios à parte. Anuncio o teu carro de stand virtual no meu carros. A Glovo é a app que entrega tudo o que quiseres com um hambúrguer super para acabar o dia em grande. Ou se precisares do supermercado, inteirinho, pede um Glovo e nós entregamos.
It's not necessarily Ben Shapiro, though. So you may see Candace Owens replacement in the title of the stream. This video is the Daily Wire, and this is about a person named they're probably gonna say it, but let me guess. Amala Ekpanobi. That could be translated. TikTok and PragerU star Amala shares her story of flipping from a liberal activist to conservative influencer. And wouldn't you know it? We have another pick me. This is sad. This is sad that this fucking happens. Every time, dude. Every time. If you're a moderately good-looking, brown-skinned individual, of course you have to be approachably brown. You can't. Yeah. You have to be digestible for the white audience. But if you are that, and you are conservative, you have a job. You will have a job.
So I'm Amala Ekpanobi. I am what I guess most people would.
Wait. What?
So I'm Amala Ekpanobi.
Ekpanobi. Okay, see, Ekpanobi. Amala Ekpanobi.
I am what I guess most people would call a former leftist.
A former leftist. You went leftist to conservative. I would be a former leftist.
And now a conservative political commentator at Prager University.
Yeah. What were your leftist beliefs, Amala?
Former leftist myself, you can check the tattoo. You do not.
You don't believe I have a tattoo.
parents were together until I was about 6 years of age, and then my father left, and I was left with my mother's in.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. My father left. Oh Jesus, the conservative shit.
Influence. And if anybody knows my mother, she's the biggest leftist you probably ever met in your entire life. She works for a leftist organization out in Orlando, Florida, and she does fundraising for them. When I was 17 years old, I graduated high school. I started working for the same organization that my mother works at.
I think the issues of gun control and gun violence need to be assessed from every angle.
A leftist? I'm sorry. What kind of leftism? That's a liberal. This is lib shit. This is lib shit right here. That's not. Gun control is a leftist now? What? That's not a leftist take at all. That's not. What? Okay. Alright. Lib. I'm not surprised the lib to conservatism pipeline happened. Let's see.
I was going around to different middle schools and high schools and finding kids that were leaning left, and I sort of gave them a shove in that direction and started teaching all different sorts of socialist ideology.
Medicaid, not millionaires. Okay.
And feminism and critical race theory before I even knew it was critical race theory. I felt just generally unhappy in my life, and I didn't know why. And then every day I would go into work, and you'd hear nothing but hate and hate and hate and hate.
What am I talking about? What?
Oh,
God. All right. If I look her up, am I gonna find out she's actually doing leftist things? I'd be pretty surprised if this was a leftist at any point.
Hate, specifically from people who claim to be white. A big part of what made me question it was going into work and hearing a lot of hate towards white people. And I'm half black, and I was raised by the white side of my family. So it was a hard thing to go to work every day and hear from all many of whom were white.
Talk about books about that. Who says they hate white people? Look, there's saying that white people in general are responsible for systemic issues in America specifically is not even a hot take. It's just factual historical analysis of like the situation. Now I can understand why someone might hate white people after being, like subjugated for much of time by people that look like me. I also understand not trusting, but very few people are like, I just fucking hate white people. I just fucking hate them. Mayo is delicious, Dark Beast, and it's not even. I'm pretty sure mayo wasn't. Mayo is French. Japanese people use mayo. It's French. It's French. Cream and eggs. But yeah, so it's invented by the French. Let's see if the Duke de Richelieu was even white. Oh. Duke de Richelieu. Say I invented mayo, dude. What a king. What a fucking king. Mayo's delicious.
Just crazy, blatantly racist things. So that was my initial call out, and I went to the VP and I said, I don't understand why you feel this way about white people. You have people at this organization who are white working with you. Should I feel that way about the family that's raised me? And he said, you don't understand how oppressed you really are. You should be angry, and I'm not.
Wow, lib. Sounds like a lib. A white, did she say a white person told a black person to understand how oppressed they are more? Sounds like a lib.
Here to make you feel better about your family.
Yeah, pickle like mayo, but every sauce you like probably needs
Something to that effect.
just Morasenko. Oh no.
Let's read some hate comments from the tolerant left. First up, we have the very classic Huracan.
That was what.
What? Wait, people eat. Wait, you can't. Dude.
him.
Awful.
Just
Hi, my name's Jim. I cordially, let's say that. I cordially to more people. Let's have a conversation about what you think and where we agree or disagree. Let's have that conversation. Let's do it. You think you will? On the Daily Wire grift, which is fucking sad, dude. But if you have the fortitude to do so, I'm sure white guy in a corn suit is easy prey. Easy prey. Cordial invitation. Old cumbersome. That's what the left is telling me. The paradox of tolerance.
Twice. Oh, maybe I'm not on the right side of history on this one.
Right.
I found, Larry Elder and Thomas Sowell.
Dude, these are both idiots. Both of these dudes are dumb.
People at the Daily Wire. I found Gregor Hugh. And that was a light bulb moment for me. I did a full 180 spin. It was a big relief to realize that people were not out to get me. I grew up in a very conservative rural area. I was top of my class, valedictorian. I was surrounded by people who were white and conservative and never had any problems. But the ideology was so deep set in my mind that you couldn't have told me that there wasn't racism and patriarchy around me.
Every single time, Candace Owens, her, Larry Elder, Thomas Sowell, fucking, pick one. Pick any of the black conservative talking heads, and they always say, well, I didn't experience racism. First of all, I think you getting a job at Daily Wire is racist, frankly. There's a reason they are hiring you. And you must be conscious of the reason they hired you, right? It's quite literally political exploitation because you are a person of color, right? Like, it is. You're young. You're not that bright. It's token. You're a token to them. And that's okay. That's okay. You can do that. Whatever. You have to survive under capitalism as well. You can do that. But let's be real. Just because you personally did not experience, and I can't believe this is probably the case, but even so, you personally didn't experience that much racism, or if you said the patriarchy, you didn't experience the patriarchy in your life growing up. What does that have to say about anyone else's experience? And when most people that identify as black in the country, right, experience like negativity based on their race, I mean, how do you justify that? How do you justify like are you saying like, nah, you're all just pussies? Like, Anna sure wasn't claiming she didn't experience racism when she successfully sued her school for racial discrimination. That's what I'm saying, right? And so it's like, my grandpa owned a business, and he said it was okay under slavery. And it's like, my grandpa lived through Jim Crow, and he was fine. Like, it was better even. We couldn't drink the fountains.
So to realize that the systems and institutions in this country are actually founded to make me successful, that was such a big relief. It was one thing to feel deceived and tricked by the left.
You are an upper class, well-educated, like private school educated person. Like, come on, dude. You can't come from privilege every single time they come from privilege, right? It's very rare you see impoverished. I grew up in this part of the country. Like, I lived in the project. Very rarely do you see people actively affected by systemic issues, specific systemic racism. They come out of it on the other side and go like, yeah, I'm conservative. Like, fuck off.
It was another thing to get the relief that sort of comes along with conservatism and being
almost over. You got about 3 minutes, Peter.
Able to know that you are fully accountable for how successful that you are. And
see it at 10 minutes.
It had gotten so bad in my daily life, just hearing ridiculous ideology and false narratives that I no longer believed in, that I felt the need to say something. So I hopped online and started making videos. In the fall.
This is so cringe. Like, this shit is fucking cringe. Half black conservative. Like, you named yourself half black conservative, dude. You knew what you were doing! This is a money grab, bro! I don't know how you can have such an unethical view on how to gain wealth.
Last year, I've gotten so angry about all the things that I was seeing in the news, specifically on social media, and I realized that so many young people were getting indoctrinated just by
Oh my god, anti-trans shit.
going on the internet and seeing what all these big tech overlords had put out, and I realized that I was doing the same thing when I worked for the left. I was going around to these young people, I was forcing them into the ideology that I didn't have the backing to support, and now that I felt fully grounded in my beliefs.
You be a socialist? What are you talking about? Nothing she said has implied socialism whatsoever. She said anti-gun 1 second ago. Tech overlord? What? This sounds like lib shit. What? A socialist? She thinks because she wanted Medicare for all she was a socialist?
Beliefs as a conservative, I felt I needed to sort of make up for what I had done on the left, and I started getting on TikTok because I realized that app was the most atrocious piece of social media ever created. So if there could be one person on that was leaning right, I would go for it and do it. I started on TikTok, and it was just a fun thing that I did in my free time. I made a few funny little conservative videos here and there, and then all of a sudden one just blew up and stormed the whole platform. Now I think I've had over 500,000 followers on that platform. And as I started gaining traction, I guess a lot of people were reporting my videos, and TikTok was taking notice of it, so I was banned. And I fought that very hard. We even went to the TikTok office to go and talk to somebody. They weren't there, but we tried. And eventually I got the account back, so I'm back on TikTok and started making videos. The most difficult challenge that I face is how deeply brainwashed people are in our society.
This motherfucker's out of here saying I'm a conservative, not brainwashed. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, true sport. You know, I see a lot of how much people are brainwashed in America. I thought to myself, not enough. Not enough. Need more of it.
And I've met a ton of people where it doesn't matter how many facts you put in front of their face, how many
facts do you want to be? Hey, Amala. Send this to Amala. Hey, Amala. How many facts do you want to be put in front of your face? Do you think that you can stand up to my facts? Probably not. I doubt it. Literally any time. Name a time. Jump on Discord. Grab your mic. Let's talk. Dare you. Let's be real. Probably wouldn't. Making excuses. Make an excuse. Do it. Triple dog dare. Common off? What's that even mean? Let's see. Go ahead. Let's see if you can fucking defeat me in the brain games. You can't do it.
Real life examples, you show them people who have been successful and subscribe to conservative ideology, and showing people that this country is really great.
What does being successful have to do with whether or not your political ideology is correct? There are millions of successful leftists as well. Is that really like the bar? Like, I bought a house. Is that successful enough? Or no? Or not enough? Okay. What's successful? Do I be a millionaire? There's millionaire leftists. These are things.
And that this country wants to be great for you, and it doesn't matter how much you tell somebody that. Sometimes
what do you think a great country is? I would say it's something with freedom. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Chat? Wouldn't you say that a great country provides you with freedom and security and the ability to achieve whatever goals you have in mind? Not necessarily like definitely guaranteed. The ability to pursue, rather, the goals you have in mind. With as few roadblocks in the way and as many helpful systemic sort of institutions to help you along. Right? I feel like living your best possible, most happy life is the best world you can possibly live in, right? Gotcha. I don't know. Hey. Was it Twitter DM I sent you? What? Look. Guess not. This country as a concept never doesn't have any feelings. Of course not. Yeah.
They're just so deeply tricked that nothing.
Sent it to Nakey Jakey. You know what's funny about that? One time, so Anthony Fantano and I are really cool. But he sent me a DM once. It was like, "Hey, bro, so we still good for later this week?" And I'm like, "I can be. What? Wait, did I forget a thing?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, just later this week, and don't forget to bring the ball. I think that'd be funny." And I'm like, "What ball, dude?" And he's like, "Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I meant to send this to Nakey Jakey, not you. That's my bad, dude. That's my bad." I thought that was funny. Did you call him a friend of the show? Anthony Fantano has literally been on the show. Yes, he's a friend of the show. Friend of the show, Anthony Fantano.
Nothing ever breaks that barrier. I would say I'm a short-term pessimist, long-term optimist.
I would say that you're not prepared for a conversation with the corn. That's what I say. That's what I think.
I think things are getting worse. I don't particularly think that we're winning on our side here. But every time that I get a comment that says,
"Oh, you weren't the only person to send it to me, Yapcha. That's why." Yeah, the one with the magic steam on it.
I looked at it like that before. You said something that I didn't know about, or I had never heard that news story. You gave me a new perspective on that. Then I was saying, okay, we're winning the culture war a little bit. We're making a little bit of progress.
The culture war. Oh, look, I've been on Candace already. I'm shocked.
You are nobody's victim. And the people who are going to
who says anything about victimhood, bro?
Down and try to convince you that you are the true people that are against you. They're not fighting for your progress. They're not fighting for you to be successful. They're not fighting for you to go anywhere in life but to fall into this pit of nothingness where you are angry at the world.
Bro, you just have mommy issues? Is your mom like fucking... Mom just like a weirdo? I need to know what your mom does. Who's your mom, dude? You have a Wikipedia page? You got a wiki. Wait, what? Okay, this is really weird. Wait, what? Okay, look at this. I searched Amala Ekmanobi mom, and then when I search just her name, it's in dark mode? Why? What? Yeah, what? Fucking Google, what are you doing, bro? Got it. Okay. Sure. What? Shut the fuck up, what? Why did my phone talk to me about making big plans? What was that? I just want to know where your fucking mom is. What's your mom doing? I can't. Okay? The story that needs to be told. About the good black. Oh, God. Oh, no. Stop. Stop this. This is race-baiting bullshit, bro. I can't find anything good. Try with a different name?
Blind person's name. I don't know. What? It's fucking weird. It changed the whole thing. Maybe it's just trying to be that I had a feature. I don't know, dude. What? I guess I'm gonna have to follow her ass. I have more followers than that. Damn. Fucking dumb, dude. That shit's so stupid. She just said the same shit that she said. Why do I need to break it? Can you believe what she says? I'm pretty surprised that she has any integrity whatsoever. Yeah, of course someone wanted that content. Yeah. I can't find anything about her mom right now. I don't know what her mom's name is. Maybe we can look. Maybe we'll do it. We'll look. Go with mom. There's a multiracial families. No, this is just a different thing. Dennis Prayer Stories of Us, Eighth Race Hustler. I can't find. Why can't I find mom's? Who is her mom? Nothing. This seems okay. This seems astroturfed. Someone's got to find that, right? This seems like. Why is that so hard to find? You would think because she's a leftist activist that there would be fucking mention of her. Interesting. Oh no, red tear propaganda. Propaganda. You're dead to us. We found her before she got that famous. Yes, I don't know how you could fucking. How could you hide that? Does her mom follow her? Does she follow her mom? Her own mom? And she follows her own mom on Twitter. Here's her follow list. Fox News. A bunch of Wall Street Journal. Mike Pence, Tucker. Look at all these. These are just conservative women. These are all right-wing check marks so far. Like classical conservative, cool Larry Elder. What the fuck? These are just right-wingers. That's it. Kevin fucking Sorbo. Who are you? No, Candace Owens' manager. Oh, weird. Wait a second. Candace Owens' manager. Jesus. Surprise. Tom Summer. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It seems pretty fucking astroturf. This doesn't seem very real at all. I got my miles strong follow. Yeah, I don't know. This does not seem real. I'm just gonna toss that out there. It does not seem like a real individual. I would love to know. love to know everything about this. Laura, huh? Let's see. No. Wow. This is a black one. I'm not seeing organics. Look, I'm not seeing anything. Her name is Laura. Okay, she's apparently this activist. She doesn't have no social media presence whatsoever. Patient product scrubs, a Facebook page. This person is not white. This person's like what? Just posted a profile pic. Car insurance fraud in '97. Customer service representative. This one? This one's in Orlando, at least. Just voting. Warren hoped to have hundreds of area residents attend the meeting to find out if residents scrutinize the development of public forum. A spokesman for Warren is office in Orlando, which will be Walmart Alliance for Reform now. What? Rallied its members and sympathizers on January 11th to attend an org. This is left. What? This isn't left. This is an anti-Walmart. It's a watchdog group for Walmart. WarrenWalmart.org isn't a thing. You can't. Okay, so again, my mom is a leftist activist. If let's say that was her, a watchdog group to bring ethics to Walmart, sounds at best lib capitalist, neoliberal. She's not real. This is not a real individual. It's not a thing. It took 2 seconds to Google this backstory. This is just fake. This is the fakest shit ever, dude. Alright. Anyway. So Amala, feel free to come onto the cornfield and tell us how fucking socialist you are, and like really get into like what were some things you used to believe? Why do you think they were socialist? Oh yeah, it's weird. Very weird.
Not only did the Russians want to get Donald Trump elected, apparently the Russians want us all to believe that Star Wars is a bad movie.
Again, we seem to diving into meandering conjecture when, rationality, logically breaking down the study's findings of why the media got it wrong, that would serve as reporting and analysis far better. But he doesn't appear capable of this level of analysis that involves looking at stats and figures. So instead, we see Tim using theatricality, being performatively frustrated by the notion of the study itself, which just comes across as a way to challenge the study's outcomes whilst compensating for his own lack of intellectual ability. So Tim's audience are unfortunately finding themselves at the tail end of a human centipede, where by the time they consume information, it's been bastardized once by lowbrow media and then bastardized again by Tim Pool. The result is they're given a load of quote-unquote Research findings, which are in fact pulled straight out of Tim's own brain, with no basis in the research he's actually presented. But even in instances where the media reports the study's findings accurately, Tim often finds a way to bash the square-shaped findings into the small round hole of his own theories, which means that science has to take a backseat to whatever happens to be going on in Tim's head on that day. Take, for example, this video about women struggling to find suitable marriage partners due to men being undereducated and unemployed.
A new study published in the Journal of Marriage and Family reveals a significant scarcity of such potential male spouses. Interesting. But I have a theory. And it has to do with dating apps. I believe dating apps are the reason why so many young men aren't working, aren't going to school, have no passion, are becoming, incels.
Tim points to dating apps as the reason why there's a scarcity of economically attractive males. This is at odds with the article he's reading, which explains the problem as an economic one, not one tied to developing technologies. Looking at the actual research paper, it spells out that men are increasingly lower educated, lower paid, and women tend not to marry down in terms of those things. There's the whole problem, rationally and clearly explained. Whether the men are on dating apps or out in the wild, they're still not getting those college degrees or well-paid jobs. Nevertheless, Tim pushes on developing his dating apps theory, asserting that dating apps are allowing younger women to find older men, and that's the real problem.
Someone who's 33, who has a career and owns his own house, you are not competing with that. On the dating app, women will see that. And guess what? A young woman is going to look to a guy who could be like, I can take you out to a fancy dinner, and we can go, we can do whatever we want. And the younger guy who doesn't have any of that. The point is, in the past, that didn't exist.
Right, okay. If you look at census data, you will see that the observable trends are literally the opposite of what Tim is suggesting. Women are increasingly marrying men who are closer in age to themselves. The age gap between married men and women has been decreasing for a long, long time, and dating apps, which emerged in 2012, have not done anything to reverse this trend. In fact, it's been shown that people who meet on dating apps are actually closer in age than those who meet offline. So the dating apps breed the exact opposite behaviors to the ones Tim is telling his audience about. Also, I might be a bit off base here, but I get a strange feeling that Tim's dating app theory might be a bit of a Trojan horse to allow Tim to humbly brag about his own eligibility as a marriage partner.
Let's imagine you open up a dating app, and a woman sees a picture of two guys. She sees me, and she goes, hey, he's kind of cute, whatever, I'll swipe on him. So then she hits up me, or actually, in all reality, in dating apps, the guy hits up the lady, so I message like, hey, let's go out for a drink. Afterwards, we get a drink. It's like, what do you want to do? Well, I own my own house. I got my own car. Actually, I got a van. I got a van. You want to go off the wilderness and go hiking for a week? You want to go? Look at it this way. If I can offer up somebody who's younger than me a weekend trip to stay in the mountains in my converted recreational vehicle, which has got internet and movies, and we can pop up in the back and stare at the stars while we're playing Netflix, doesn't that sound really, really awesome? It does.
It does. And, I have to mention this. There's times when Tim cites data and seems to have no idea what the data means. Like in this video where he confuses political leaning with personality type. Tim refers to this Pew data, which shows that millennial men are fairly evenly split between Republicans and Democrats, whereas millennial women are heavily weighted towards Democrats. Listen to the conclusion Tim draws from this.
But one of the reasons I think women get the brunt of online harassment is their propensity for pushing left-leaning politics. So, according to, I believe it's Pew, millennial women are 63% of millennial women, I think it's 63, or maybe 67, I think. 67, I think. They're Democrats, meaning they hold left-wing political opinions. And millennial men are kind of down the middle. But that means you're going to get a wide, guys are going to be kind of tepid. If they're split evenly, they're kind of tepid. Women are more opinionated, at least according to the stats.
Tim says, according to these stats, men are tepid and women are more opinionated. Now, think about that. Let's say there's a load of dots over here representing Democrat millennial women, and there's a load of dots representing the other Republican and Democrat men and women in the survey. What do we know about each individual dot apart from the party they support? Nothing. We don't know anything. Each dot could have literally any personality type. The Pew survey does not measure the intensity of their opinions or how likely they are to be loud about their politics. The men on both sides of this line could be super fucking opinionated, and the women over here could be super fucking quiet. You're not going to be able to work out anything like that from this data. So when Tim says that women are more opinionated,
at least according to the stats,
there is a massive degree of confusion on display here about how stats work. And the differences get more bizarre as the video goes on.
Let me just rephrase. Millennial dude on Twitter, on average,